Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your Maker 2199 bringing you guys some new tips and tricks. And I shouldn't call it too much of a tips and tricks because it's going to be very vague, I guess, or it depends on how long I have, because this is a shorter video and I usually find that shorter videos are a lot better for this kind of video, I guess, for tips and tricks than the longer videos. So I'm just going to talk about moving effectively when you are in a game or a Nasher battle, and it's not necessarily saying that I did that on this game. It's just me giving you guys a few tips. So it's something that you have to pay attention to the commentary. That's usually the way I like doing the tips and tricks, rather than going into a crazy lobby and trying to explain all of that. And I'm sure I shot that guy like twice and he just ate him. He was a bit spongy, but at the end I kind of think I missed it. I missed the second shot actually a bit. I think the first one was quite on point, but when they're rolling like that, try to wait a little bit more towards the end. When they're coming a lot more out of that roll, that's when you'll kill them. If you shoot them right on the roll like I did, you won't. And but let's get into it. So right here, when you're running straight with A like I'm doing right here, and you stop, either stop at a distance or continue to run till you almost get close to him. It's kind of glitched. So even if the opponent shoots you straight on, and always if you're the opponent and they're doing that to you, they're rushing you, always aim your gun lower on those situations. But if not, if you're the one that's rushing in like that, then always pull off before like I did on that circumstance, and or continue to push it forward. Like right there, I stopped again, I saw what he was doing. I had an idea that more than likely he was gonna roll, and then he didn't. No, he didn't. He went right into my shot. I was thinking about something else, but anyways, I was able to kill him because I was stopping before. So that's a strategy, because they don't expect it. They're expecting you to come all the way in. You hold up a little bit before, they're gonna panic because they don't know what you're doing, and then you just capitalize from that distance. But be on a distance. Keep on walking to them, to the distance where you can one-shot them, and don't just stop there and hope that you're gonna one-shot them from a distance where you're out of range. So stop out of range, but close enough where as long as you continue walking forward, you'll be on range when you shoot. I hope that makes sense, and you'll usually take some of these people out a lot more or a lot faster. And right here is just about watching what your opponents are doing. Pay attention to their movement. Like this guy was trying to wall bounce and be stupid. Use the little A glitch where you hold it down and move side to side and try to misdirect people. Just pay attention, keep your marbles, and pick your shots, keep a level head. It's always best. Now if you're one of those people that rushes down A and gets super close and it's either he kills me or I kill him, always roll forward, never roll backwards, because you got so close that you're gonna be on his kill zone and they're gonna take you out. So always roll forward on a circumstance like that, never roll backwards. And if you're in a situation where somebody hit you and he didn't down you, he didn't kill you, roll backwards. Always roll backwards, because he was in on the deadliest zone, I guess, or his Nasher is in on the zone where he's gonna one-shot you, and if you roll backwards it's gonna be even worse. So he's going to be more out of range, and then maneuver strategically after that. Use cover, use whatever you have to use, or rush in forward like a boss and take him out. It's up to you. I'm just trying to show you guys how to do it a little bit more fluidly, and hopefully have you guys win a bit more Nasher battles. And as of recently, if you guys hadn't noticed on some of my newer gameplay, I've been rolling and wall bouncing a lot more than usual, and that is just because I am trying to get those skill sets, better, and show some of you guys that struggle with it how to use it, because I struggle with it, and if I can learn it, anybody can learn it. And if I can show you guys how to do it, just do it. The very popular back A, that's all about timing, and also when you shoot cover. Like if there was a locust on the other side of cover where I'm at and I don't want to jump over, for the circumstances of he killing me, maybe I want to go towards the side, kind of rush. As soon as you get out of cover, push the trigger, shoot, and then drag scope your Nasher like you're drag scoping a freaking sniper. And if your timing is perfect, you will always kill that person. Always. When you miss is because your timing was a little bit off. So that's something that I figured out recently, and that's something that I've been using. I'm not really good at it. That's why you're not gonna more than likely see it on this video, but I've been practicing it more, and I'm telling you guys how I do it, how it's done, so you guys can go in and practice it. It's you guys don't have to see me do it in order for you guys to understand what I'm telling you guys about. I'm sure you guys have seen it done before millions of times by some opponents that you've played or some of your teammates. So you guys should understand what I'm telling you guys. And the back A, those are all about timing. Usually everything is going to be about timing here. So right here I'm just moving. I move fluidly through out of there, so he had to pick that other person or other teammate to go against, and then I was able to come back. Although I didn't kill him, my teammate was on the best position to take him out. I was also on position to take him out. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do and play, to be able to play a lot more fluidly on these battles, and hopefully, you know, you guys streak a lot more or get more kills. That's the purpose of the tips and tricks. Now rolling is really strategic. I usually roll sideways. I look at where the person's Smasher Barrel or Lancer is pointing, and then I will roll to the opposite side. Don't roll towards the barrel, because it's kind of like you're doing the, you know, the drag scope for them. If you drag your sorry butt, you know, through their aiming and all of that, they're gonna take you out. So don't wall bounce where their barrel is, wall bounce to the opposite direction. So when somebody overcompensates and his barrel is more towards your left, wall bounce towards the right. He won't be able to shoot you. If his barrel is towards the right, wall bounce towards the left, and or roll. That should make perfect sense. And you know, because bullets are coming from where the barrel comes, and it's kind of hard to get into that because of Gear CU. Like, I was so used to it, and it came from the middle of the screen. You always wall bounce left. Sometimes players are gonna overcompensate. I've done it, and the smarter player is taking notes of where the barrels are at. He knows all of that, and when he rolls, he's rolling. The only way to keep safe is not to be on the critical damage point of the barrel or the Nasher shotgun and all of that. So roll towards the other side, and he won't be able to kill you. And why is that guy humping? I don't know if he's humping one of my teammates or what. It's beyond me. You know, they're getting plummeted so hard. It's stupid when I see people do this stupid shit. You know, it really is, and it kind of pisses me off a bit. But right here is just me missing. I roll strategically, like I was saying, to the opposing side of his barrel, and I was able to stay alive even though I was clipped. If he would have clipped me one more time, I would have gone down, and I didn't. And then I just had teammate help, and my shotgun was a little bit off. This match was a little too fast, but like that one, I should have aimed him a little bit lower. That guy went full balls out. If he wanted to move from my Nasher, he should have rolled forwards, not backwards, because he would have still been on my dead zone. So keep that in mind. That's what I was talking about. Hopefully you guys understood how to move a little bit more fluidly. It takes practice, and just work at it and keep those tips in mind, and you'll be a better player. And I've noticed that has helped me a lot recently, and it helped me on a few clips here. So hopefully you guys take it and like them and all of that. Like, sub, share, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye.